Injuries on screen can feel just as real as the ones off screen, especially when the legal consequences start to mirror real life. I'm Angel Reyes, a personal injury lawyer with decades of experience, and today I'll be breaking down 5 iconic television accidents to answer the question, could someone be held legally responsible? We talk a lot about car crashes on this channel. I mean, that is what we do. But what about just human crashes? In Friday Night Lights, the star quarterback Jason Street takes a risky headfirst tackle.
Get to him. Fumble on the play, a fumble, ball's loose. Get the ball!
He ends up in the hospital where he receives the devastating news that he's been paralyzed. This scene might be fictional, but spinal injuries in school sports are very real. And while players assume some risk, they don't assume negligence. If the coaching staff of the other team encouraged unsafe tackles, ignored safety rules, or didn't train players properly, they maybe could be sued, but it would be incredibly difficult to prove. And while most public schools carry secondary insurance policies for athletes, they oftentimes are not nearly enough to cover all of their future medical care and bills. He would also likely receive monthly disability payments from Social Security disability insurance, but again, it's a modest amount, maybe $1,400 a month. His only real options are likely going to be some type of GoFundMe if his parents can't foot the rest of the bill. Jason Street's story is depressing, but at least his ambulance didn't explode outside the hospital, because that's exactly what happened in this scene on Grey's Anatomy.
How about you let me do my job? How about you get the hell away?
Ambulances don't just blow up. One medic is killed, another critically injured, all due to a spark near an oxygen tank. In real life, depending on the cause, this could be a simple case of product liability or negligent maintenance. If a defect in the oxygen tank or vehicle wiring caused the spark, well, then the manufacturer would be sued. But if EMTs ignored safety protocols or stored the tanks improperly, then the hospital or their employer could be sued. You'd see a wrongful death suit, OSHA investigation, and millions in damages. Rue from Euphoria could have easily ended up in an ambulance just like that one after she leaps out of her mom's car in the middle of a busy intersection.
I'm sorry, Mom, I can't do that. Go get my car!
If you run into traffic and you get hit, it's your fault. Now, they could be at fault for causing an accident. You know, you run out and somebody swerves to miss you, they hit another car. Geez, pedestrians are not completely immune for being at fault for car wrecks. Rue's acts would be considered jaywalking, leading to a pedestrian cause endangerment for all of the drivers on the road, as her sudden entry qualifies as a superseding cause. Luckily for her, in the scene, it doesn't look like she got injured at all. However, let's pretend there were some injuries caused. What would happen? Rue could potentially face criminal charges for reckless endangerment, and if damages were serious, someone might try to sue her for intentional infliction of emotional distress or their medical bills. She's also a teenager with no assets and probably no insurance, meaning any recovery a driver could potentially get would be extremely limited, almost not even worth the legal hassle. This is why it's incredibly important to include uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage in your policy, because those drivers' best option would be placing a claim through their own insurance. Now, what would happen if the road rage driver was a child? 11 uses her telekinetic powers to flip over a government van chasing her and the boys down, which allows them to escape. Flipping the van would be criminal destruction of government property, which is a felony, punishable by up to 10 years. But since 11 is a minor, this would probably go through juvenile court if, of course, the government, for whatever reason, decided to publicly disclose the existence of supernatural children, which they probably won't. What if one of those agents in the van that flipped got injured? Could they sue 11? Absolutely not. In fact, it would be illegal to do so because this happened during a secret government mission. They'd be under strict NDAs, and any claims would be buried in federal claims and redacted paperwork. Military personnel injured during secret missions fall under Veterans Affairs, and governments can block discovery or litigation if national security is threatened due to the 1953 case of United States versus Reynolds. They will see reimbursement, but you will never hear about it. And if they feel their reimbursement wasn't really sufficient, tough luck. We can't really help you against telekinetic children, but if you've been injured in a car wreck through no fault of your own and have no idea what to do next, give us a call at Angel Reyes and Associates for a free consultation. And if you want to know more about some of the lesser known laws you might be breaking right now, check out this video where I break down 10 of the weirdest laws in Texas.